In this video here, we have your top 3 motorcycle routes in the Ozark Mountains of Northwest Arkansas that you definitely need to ride when you're here for Bikes Blues BBQ or any time of the year.
That's right, y'all. Come to the Ozarks. It's the best time and the only time to bust a move on the road. So we got 1,
The Twisted Lady,
2,
the Rocker Ride,
3.
the Legacy Ride.
That's right.
The Twisted Lady, the Rocker Ride, and the Legacy Ride. Those are the top 3 rides here in the Ozark Mountains of Northwest Arkansas that you definitely need to check out. Ride while you're here during Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue or anytime you come and visit the Ozarks.
Oh yeah, let's go ride.
Okay, so for the very first ride, and that is one that we rode probably about 5 years ago and documented. So you can go check out the video on YouTube. It's called The Twisted Lady.
Yeah, that was really one of the very first vlog rides we've ever done.
We did. So you guys go watch it. Be prepared, okay?
Be prepared for going back in the vault.
I made a few notes here to make sure that I get all the good details in this video. So, number 1, the Twisted Lady. Distance is 126 miles. Estimated time to ride is going to be around 3 hours and 2 minutes. 3 hours. Let's just say 3 hours, not forget the 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, no shit, because on the way you got to stop and pet the dogs in the middle of the road.
Yes, and if you guys watch the video on YouTube that we did years and years ago, you'll see that there's a place that you definitely need to stop, and if you're riding 2 up, both of you guys can take advantage of this stop.
Yeah.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm thinking back. That's part of being in the Ozarks. I mean, it's the coolest thing. We did a guided ride on this, and that was the top thing that everybody talked about.
Yeah.
Outhouses here in the Ozarks.
It's a double outhouse, so it's a double
deuce. Double
Okay.
deuce it down, baby.
So some details and history about the Twisted Lady. Named in honor of famous outlaw Belle Starr, who is known as the Twisted Lady. She ran these hills and trails, which is now known as Highway 327. She ran these roads to visit her lover, Cole Younger.
Cole Younger.
And her friends Jesse and Frank James.
Oh, Jesse. I got a little history in my historical tree about Jesse.
I was going to say that should ring some bells,
Ding,
that
ding.
name. Yes, okay. Frank James had a home here in Newton County, and one of the favorite haunts was Alum Cove,
Cool place.
which is located along Highway 327 also. Frank James' grave is actually located in Snow Cemetery, which is just off of Highway 327. The gravestone reads, Frank James, alias Joe Vaughn, 1844.
Don't you got some kinfolk down there?
Yes.
Boy.
Another really cool history of this area and this route, the famous ball knobber Wash Middleton, a.k.a. Wash Gibbs, of Shepherd of the Hills fame, was shot a few yards behind the Parthenon store on July 4th, 1888 by a U.S. Marshal for a killing that happened in Missouri. And it's rumored that the ball knob gold is buried somewhere in these hills around Parthenon.
Growing up, I've heard about that all my life, and this is our backyard, y'all. We're, like I said, born and raised here, and we've spent most of our days. And it really is folklore that we have a lot of here in the Ozarks. You got to check it out. Every road you ride has something tied into our history. And we couldn't be more proud to show you guys this. So that's definitely one of the top 3 right there.
You can go check out all these rides also on our website, theorneryone.com/rides. Whenever you click on the actual link of the ride, they'll give you some more information, some photos and videos that we have of that route. When you go and look, you can see that the route was originally created to leave out of Harrison, Arkansas. It'll take you through Jasper, Deer, Nail, Swain, and through Ponca, which is right along the Buffalo National River, which, of course, that has a lot of history also, but that's for another video.
Oh yeah, guys. I mean, really, if you think about it, here in the Ozarks, it has to do a lot with the outlaws. And I got to say, we're all just a step away, aren't we? Hey. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Our rides on theorneryone.com.
All right, so that was number 1, the Twisted Lady.
Number 2.
Rocker Ride.
Rocker Ride.
This route was originally created and mapped out by Pictorial Harley Davidson. So huge shout out to them. And thank you guys so much for giving us this ride, these insights and stuff like that. We appreciate it. You guys can check it out also on our website. It's called the Rocker Ride.
Yeah, and we did a guided ride on this one as well this spring.
Yes.
And had a blast. Great places to eat and great scenic views there. It really sneaks up on you, and it's a nice ride there right out of Pictorial Harley Davidson.
So a little bit of information on it. Distance is 187 miles. Estimated time is 3 hours, 30 minutes. So you can allot, of course, for stopping, eating, pictures, just leisurely riding through all these cool places that I'm fixing to drop in your ear. So we got the Dogwood Canyon, Pea Ridge Battlefield, and Roaring River State Park.
That right there is amazing.
Yes.
All three of those are a great place, and you're going to spend some time. So I want you to allow for that time. So when we say 3.5 hours, that's just you in the seat riding. It's going to take you longer because you definitely want to check these 3 hot spots out.
The route will take you through Hobbs State Park into Missouri, which is including some of the amazing riding we just mentioned, Dogwood Canyon, and that is 10,000 acres of some badass Ozark mountain landscape. 10,000 acres.
10,000 acres just dedicated for us to explore.
Yes. And you're talking about wooded area, waterfalls, streams of trout, ancient burial grounds, graves there actually on that land also.
Yeah, don't mess with that.
Roaring River State Park, which was established in 1930, but settlers came to the area in early 1800s, not just for its beauty and the streams that ended up powering the mills, but the hills served as a hideout for Civil War outlaws, and a large-scale troops traveled to the countryside. So something interesting that I found about this, I mean, that's interesting in itself. After the war, the valley became known as a resort community with cottages and used as a retreat by so many.
Crazy.
Mostly wealthy businessmen. But anyways, that leads me to this point. A very wealthy businessman at the turn of the century named Dr. Thomas Seaman out of St. Louis had, I guess you could say, discovered the beauty and the value of this land. And so he actually went to the state's Game and Fish Commission and told them, hey, you guys need to buy this up. This is like a hot spot. This is beautiful. This has so many features. And you can really bring in people in this area. The state declined because of funds. So Mr. Thomas Seaman took it upon himself. He bought it and then handed it over to the state.
Smart dude.
And that's when Roaring River State Park was born.
And I'm going to tell you, I love riding through there. When you ride through it, you're just going to get a glimpse of it. You're going to slow down. You're going to know when you roll into it because you're going to look around and go, holy shit, this place is awesome. Once again, you're going to have to stop, poke around a little bit, do a little research. We are giving you the road. We want you to stop and explore while you're on the road. And then tell us about it.
Yeah, these are picture-perfect opportunities we're dropping in your ear.
Yes.
We think that these places are worth stopping.
Absolutely.
Noteworthy, yes.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
They're the highlights. Let's go to our number 3.
Number 3 is the Legacy Ride.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is actually an annual guided ride benefiting all kids' bikes. This year, we're going to be capping the ride at 100 motorcycles, up to 200 riders. And the ride's going to start at Pictorial Harley Davidson. It's going to be led by ourselves with a special celebrity guest, Rusty Wallace.
Rusty.
But before we get into that information, I want to give you the details of the ride.
Yes, and this is a ride that Steph and I have rode quite a bit coming from Northwest Arkansas, being around Pictorial Harley Davidson and us just riding bikes, test riding bikes, and her and I just wanting to get out and do a little ride. So we actually put this together. We put this together because it was a great location between Eureka Springs and Rogers. So we're always running the roads through here there. So this actually is one of ours that we've mapped out and that we created for the Legacy Ride.
So here's the details. Distance, 68 miles. Estimated ride time, 1 hour and 36 minutes. Now that could be give and take, of course, how long you want to stop and see anything or if you want to stop at all. Picture perfect opportunities are going to be Inspirational Point Lookout. They're heading right before you get into Eureka Springs. War Eagle.
Oh, good gosh, you got to stop over.
And then, of course, any location around Beaver Lake. And that's what this ride is about. It's circling Beaver Lake. All right, so details in history about Legacy Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, the ride leaves out of Rogers, Arkansas on Highway 62. It runs around Beaver Lake to return towards Rogers via Highway 12. Beaver Lake is 28,000 acres. of clear water,
Oh, yes.
forests, bluffs, meadows. It's ideal, and if you guys like fishing, it's known for bass fishing.
You bet.
Quick history lesson here. Beaver Lake is man-made. And the idea to build a dam on the White River happened after the Great Flood of 1927, which devastated 6 southern states, including Arkansas.
Oh, man.
If you guys hadn't heard about that or read about that for a history lesson, go check out the Mississippi flood, and that was in 1927.
Good gosh. Yeah, that's really interesting how much it changed the land after that.
Beaver Dam is located in northwest corner of Arkansas on the White River. Beaver Lake is included in the Comprehensive Plan for Flood Control and Other Purposes in the White River Basin by the Flood Control Act of 1954. The construction for the dam actually started in 1960 and it was finished in 1966, so it's not too terribly old, but there's a lot of history there, and all the results from the Great Flood that I just mentioned played a major role in this. So yeah, there you have it. It's an amazing lake that offers not only protection from flooding, but also fishing, boating, swimming, kayaking, scuba diving,
The right atmosphere.
motorboating, whatever you want to do.
Right atmosphere to just get out and have a good time and to ride motorcycles around it.
Yes. So that's a little bit of history. Now I want to tell you about the Legacy Ride. The Legacy Ride, this is the 2nd annual ride that's going to be happening in Rogers, Arkansas from Pig Trail Harley Davidson during Bikes Blues and BBQ. It does benefit All Kids Bike. Their mission to teach all kids by the end of kindergarten through PE how to ride on 2 wheels. It's a great program, and your participation helps our community. It goes right back into our community right here, helping our kids, our younger bikers, our younger generation that's coming up. And we ask you to get involved. We ask you to go check it out, read about it, look into it. And if you're around in the area for Bikes, Blues, and BBQ, come see them at the 10th. They're going to be set up at Pig Trail Harley Davidson. And then, of course, if you have the time, it's Friday morning. Kickstand's up at 11. Registration starts that morning at 9:30, I believe. And yeah, come ride with us.
That's right. You can go online right now and register if you'd like, and you can see all the details. So we'll guide you around our neck of the woods. We're also going to feed you and water you, and you're going to get to hang out with us and also ride with Rusty Wallace. And not to mention, above all else, you're going to get to see our backyard and spend time with us, and that's what we're really looking forward to. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we're helping our community and our kids learn about 2 wheels and the freedom that gives you.
Yes. All right, guys. So like we mentioned before, you can go to our website, theorneryone.com/rides, and check out all of our rides. But these top 3 are listed on there. Check them out. We've got videos and photos of the ride and the maps there for you. As you guys can see, these rides are heartfelt. We love them. We love our home. We love our backyard. We want to share that with you guys. And these are our top 3 rides that you guys definitely need to be checking out.
You can bet your ass we're going to send you down the right roads, because this is home and we're proud of it, and we're proud to be your Arkansas ambassadors for motorcycle tourism here in Arkansas. Y'all come ride with us. And don't forget, like always, y'all stay ornery.